there's always that possibility you're going to find yourself in these situations that we've been in, and it's viewing it and knowing it's not permanent, viewing it and knowing that you have the resources to get through it. But every day when I open my bank account and I'm like, all right, well, I have all these bills and I only have this money and I need to find a way to allocate this to cover this, it can become stressful if you let it. It can become a source of fear. And as soon as you let that take hold and you start viewing it as, I don't have enough, I'm short, I'm coming up short on what I have, that is exactly what you're going to start manifesting. That's exactly, and you're going to make it possibly permanent. It's possible to slip into that mindset and that approach to life and never ever get out of it. There are people that have done that and lived their whole lives with nothing because that's what they see. They see, I don't have enough. I'm not going to have enough. It's self-perpetuating. So it's been kind of a danger zone for me because there's always that risk, and I am susceptible to that just like anybody else. As much as I try to keep focused on the abundant side of life and that I have everything, it's nerve-wracking when you're looking at the numbers. The numbers can be scary. But we've done well. You know, I found creative ways to pay the bills. I have found creative ways to continue to put food on the table. I have found creative ways to continue to experience a happy, eventful life. And fix that. So I've been in this situation before, and I'm here again, and I'm banking on my previous experiences and my current drive to better our situation. It's all for a greater good. There's a higher cause here, and that's the pursuit of my dream. So we made that decision, and I made that decision. I try to keep Rhonda out of this altogether because it really stresses her out, and then we've got that stress and potential negative outlook and fear impacting our forward progress as well, not just my own. So it got down to it, and I really had just expected it for it to bounce, because it's an auto draft every month. I just expected it to bounce and to pay it when we had the money. Well, it actually cleared. The bank actually cleared it, which actually worked out better in our favor. And we got hit with an NSF fee, but they paid it. They honored it, and when we got paid, it cost us $32.50, but we made it happen. So we were kind of looking at that situation again this week. I paid everything, all the smaller ones, but I have one big payment. I'm like, we just don't have enough to pay it, so I'm going to have to kind of let this one go through the same thing, and we'll pay it when we got it. So keeping in mind that every day I'm still feeling and thinking and believing that everything is going to be better, everything is going to be fine. We're manifesting, we're driving this abundant lifestyle, and that everything is going to come when we need it, as we need it. And trying to learn as much about the hiccups and roadblocks we've kind of hit along the way in this process, and using that as material to continue to guide and coach and teach other individuals down the road. So Rhonda comes home yesterday, and I had sat down and I paid everything. It was yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I paid everything. We had enough, and there's a few dollars left in the bank account, but there's this big payment that's coming up on Saturday that the money's not there to cover it. It's going to bounce, or it's going to go through, and we're going to be in the same situation. We're going to pay an NSF fee, and then once we put the money in there, and then an out of the blue $500 payment to us, $500 out of the norm. I mean, we weren't expecting it. It just kind of popped up, and with that $500, we have enough to pay everything. And again, it was not allowing the fear of the consequences impact us moving forward. It was keeping this positive mindset that we're going to get everything that we need as we need it, and if we have to pay late fees along the way, we do that, and it's for a greater good. And so Rhonda came home yesterday, and she's like, I got this payment of $500 for something that I don't even know that I've earned. And I'm like, it didn't really hit me until this morning. I was just like, just take it. It was given to you. It was given to you for a reason. It was given to you for services that you are capable of doing. And whether you've done anything to earn it yet, because in her mind, she's like, I haven't earned it yet. He gave me this money, and it really comes down to this is kind of the situation here. We're licensed real estate agents, and there's an agent that we know that's going on vacation, and he had asked Rhonda if she could, handle, putting together some DocuSigns and forwarding some documents and processing some paperwork for him while he was on vacation. And she's like, yeah, I can do that. I mean, he asked, and she's a very giving and generous person, so there's no way she would have said no. And he's like, great, well, I will compensate you. And she's like, no, you don't have to do that. Well, that's the kind of thing that's really plagued us our entire lives. Both Rhonda and I have always been willing and offered to do things for nothing. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. It's very noble, but it's hard to create and maintain abundance and even wealth in your life if you are willing to do things for free, because eventually people around you will catch on and they'll start to abuse it. And that's where we ended up finding ourselves for quite some time, most of our lives, doing things and not getting anything for it other than peace of mind, good vibes, good karma. All right, well, that's nice, but you can't go on vacation with good vibes. You can't take a cruise and say, I got good vibes, book me a room. So it's determining what the value of your time and effort is, and collecting on that, charging for it, earning money for it. And that's where we have made the biggest changes in our lives over the last couple of years. So she comes home and she's like, all right, well, he had asked me to do that. And she told me that this had been offered to her, been presented to her, and she had agreed to do it. But she was like, I don't know if I'm going to take the money. I don't think that's right. And I'm like, yeah, just take it. He's offering it, and you're going to do something. Well, she was very conflicted yesterday when she came home with this $500 in cash, because she's like, I didn't do anything to earn it yet, and I don't know. She's like, if I am going to do anything, it may come up that he's gone on vacation and he doesn't need anything. And it didn't, like I said, it didn't hit me till this morning. He wasn't buying a service and expecting that, prepay and expecting that service. What he was buying was peace of mind. He gave $500 because she may have to do things for him, and he wanted to be able to go on his vacation and know that the things were going to be taken care of. Peace of mind. So whether she does anything or not, to him, it was an equitable exchange. He paid so that he could enjoy his vacation and know if something came up, he got an email and a document had to be processed, he could send it to her and she would process it, and his business would continue to move forward, which is what you have to do when you're in this line of work. You can take vacations, but you've always got things going. You can't stop selling properties and stop marketing properties and stop bringing in clients when you're a real estate agent, on this date, because on this date you're going to be on vacation and you don't want to have anything pending. It doesn't work that way. So we had put out there in the universe, we want money, we need money, and money came through, and why question it? That's the way things work. If you expect it and you believe that it's going to be there. So out of the blue, I was now able to cover all of our debts through mid-month, and right now, like I said earlier, everything else looks like it's in line to work, to close out. So again, it's all about your mindset and your approach, how you maintain your perception and perspective moving forward, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of your fears and your doubts. And you can make it happen. You create this world around you, and it's very easy to forget. I wish it wasn't. That's part of the dynamic of this reality, but it is very easy to get lost in that and forget those things. So obviously I'm back home, and that was pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about, and I hope that if you're watching this, that it has some kind of impact on the way you move forward with your existence and manifesting the life that you want to live.